All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthew. You love to come in the Elegbete World of Sports. It's a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day as we count down to next week. Double header between Nigeria and the Central African Republic. Let's not forget that yesterday the Champions League went down. Later on the show, we'll have the grassroots update from Idewa Deleke as well as Peter Wanode coming out with his own beat of what the superstars are saying on their social media platform. But before then, you know how it is. It is the place where you bring up every talking point on the sporting plantation, especially football, and we take it up from there. I do my analysis and all that, and then I also bring up all the questions from my DM or my inbox and put it in front of you for us to discuss about it. Okay, so we've concluded that on Friday we would be giving out that Osimhen's jersey, and because we're giving out Osimhen's jersey, some of the players have reached out that say, okay, if we bring jerseys, is it good enough for you to give out on your show? And I was like, yeah. So coming for the national team games, I just might have one or two jerseys available. I don't know yet. Nothing. I'm not promising anything because, like I always believe, until it's in your hand, you can't be promising what you've not got. Okay, you can't sell a monkey that you've not caught. So we have to go. I mean, that's the situation with this. But if you're watching on the YouTube live stream, I think you stand a chance of winning Victor Osimhen's jersey. For now, on Friday, definitely I'm going to look around all the people who commented on our content within the period of the jersey being available, and I'll give it out. But then let's look at some of the speculative stories going around in the beautiful world of sports, and then we'll come to how a club, Sheriff, beat Real Madrid at home in the UEFA Champions League. Are you kidding me? Oh Lord. I can't believe 2-1. Would have been 3-0. I don't know why they disallowed that goal. But either way, they were beaten. Paris Saint-Germain, well, I wouldn't say they are not good enough for their victory. Beat Manchester City. And it wasn't a day where you come out and say, oh, Man City didn't do well. Donnarumma was Donnarumma. Every salary they're paying that man is worth it. God, he built the wall of Jericho, but this one was solid. The Man City team could not penetrate at all. That guy was standing between Man City and a half a dozen goals. That was good goalkeeping. And we should have been okay. AC Milan, I saw AC Milan, Atletico de Madrid too. Atletico Madrid just refused to give up. And then, once Frankesi got that red card, it was going to be difficult, a mountain to climb, and AC Milan went from leading 1-0 to losing that game 2-1. And so many other things that happened in that last night UEFA Champions League. For those people who bet, it wasn't really the best, but I mean, some still won, so it's nice. But then let's look at the stories making the round. Barcelona and Real Madrid will be among the clubs interested in Leicester City's Yuri Tillemans if the Belgian midfielder 24 is available next summer. Okay, Barcelona are going to take money. Kingsley Daly, come and tell me what we don't know about this Barcelona. Okay, Farid say, why only those on the YouTube channel, boss? Okay, we're taking it step by step. The next jersey is going to be for those on Facebook. The other one is going to be for those on Instagram. So let's take it step by step like that. But don't forget that YouTube is our office, our business place. Instagram, this is my personal Instagram. Like, it's not really a big deal whether it grows or it doesn't grow. But I mean, YouTube is where this is the company. This is the place that I want the numbers to grow. That's why I'm directing traffic to YouTube. So if I'm giving out the jersey, I'm just as well start from those on YouTube. That's why I'm doing that. So most of the giveaways, if we get the jerseys, are going to be done on the YouTube channel. I'm sorry, but it's just what it is. For me, it's business, okay? And you don't do business without putting your business office in the front of everybody. That's what we do. So I say, why only those on the YouTube channel, boss? I subscribed to the YouTube channel a long time ago, but it's convenient listening to you here. I bet we serve one jerseys, okay? Obande Williams, I thought you were supposed to be doing MRI scan. You're supposed to be on the doctor's table. What's happening? You're here? Okay, tell Alex that when I'm done with my show, I'll talk to him. He's been sending me loads of messages that's making me feel excited and high. But I'll get back to him when I'm done. So let's get some other stories making the round. West Ham United are working on a deal to sign Juventus Weston McCain, 23, with talks having already taken place over the United States midfielder. Okay, Arsenal have been handed a transfer boost with Ayers cutting off talks over a contract extension with their Cameroonian goalkeeper Andre Onana. Okay, so the reason why that is Arsenal is also looking to let Bernard Leno go, and they want Andre Onana to come and be the competition for Aaron Ramsdale, because since Aaron Ramsdale's arrival is considered only one goal, but they've been winning, and not just that, he's really living up to the expectation. Everybody thought it was, oh, this goalkeeper that I've relegated to club, Arsenal will concede loads of goals. But somehow he's really brought good command to that defense. He's led very well. He's done everything well. And Bernard Leno is not, trashed to the dustbin of history. Okay, former Bournemouth winger Arnold Danjuma, 24, is being closely monitored by Liverpool after the Netherlands player impressive start to the season with new club Villarreal in Spain. Talking about Liverpool, they were mean. 5-1 against FC Porto. How can you go to somebody's home and beat them 5-1? But it was comedy by the FC Porto defense, led to all the goals scored by Liverpool. Too many errors, too many loss of concentration, too many lack of focus. But it's their own making, so nobody's going to even complain. Liverpool have been watching Porto's Colombian midfielder Luis Diaz, 24. Okay, Chelsea and Liverpool are interested in Newcastle and France winger Alan Saint-Maxime. That guy that is headband is 24 years old. Borussia Dortmund are considering signing Manchester United France forward Anthony Martial, 25. Should Norway striker Erling Braut Haaland, 21, leave the club in the summer, but they are complaining that the price tag and its salary demand will be a stumbling block. Let's see how that goes. Tottenham Hotspur are tracking Juventus forward Dejan Kulusevski. With a view of a January transfer, the 21-year-old Sweden forward is out of favor at the Serie A club. Now, before I go to the other stories making the round, now this is a question that I want to ask. What would be considered failure for Man City this season? If Man City wins domestic treble and don't win the Champions League, would that be a failure again? Would that be seen as failure? Or, you will still say Pep Guardiola should continue? Because it seems like they're doing a yo-yo. Last time, 2 weeks ago, they won 6-2. Yesterday, I wouldn't blame them. Donnarumma was in the form of his life. But I'm just looking ahead. Man City does not win the Champions League this season, but win every other title. Would that be seen as failure on their part? Or it can be overlooked and say, okay, no big deal. It's one of those things that happen. How would you cross it? That's the first question that somebody threw to me. So I'm throwing it back to you guys. Give me your answer on Instagram, Facebook, and on the YouTube channel. Okay, let me go. Arsenal face competition from AC Milan to sign Bruce, former Netherlands under-21 forward Noah Lang, 22. Okay, Tottenham are likely to wait until next summer rather than January before trying to sell Dele Alli again, given how much the 25-year-old English midfielder's value has dropped. Arsenal have received an offer from a company in Dubai to buy the club's debt of 1.5 billion euros. Damn, can somebody come and buy my debt? Okay, I don't have debt, but can somebody just bring that money to me? I know what to do. I'll build a state-of-the-art studio somewhere in the heart of this Lagos and then put some training centers, some facilities and all that. Why are you giving it to Barcelona? They can always crawl their way out of their debt. Now come and give me that 1.5 billion. God, and see what I will do. I will build Africa's Disney. Okay? 1.5 billion pounds, 1.5 billion euros. Would it be enough to build African Disney? No, but I'll build something. I know I'll build something. Definitely. Okay. Barca have joined Bayern Munich in pursuit of Ajax Brazilian winger Anthony, 21. Chelsea and Bayern Munich are not considering a swap deal between United States winger Christian Pulisic, 23, and 25-year-old German winger Leroy Sané. Okay. Roman manager Jose Mourinho wants to bring Tottenham France midfielder Tanguy Ndombele, 24, to the club. Spurs and France captain Hugo Lloris, 34, has called for patience with manager Nuno Espirito Santo. Okay, I always do that. I always do that whenever I mention his name. I don't know, but I always do that. Okay, that they should be patient with him and to give him time to make things work. Real Madrid are interested in Inter Milan centre back Alessandro Bastoni, although Italy defender 22 is valued at 60 million euros. That's 51.7 million pounds. Okay, that's according to Mundo Deportivo in Spain. Real Madrid are also interested in Ivory Coast captain and former Tottenham right back Sergio Aurier. Okay, Real Madrid are the good. Let's say Galacticos again. Real Betis have begun negotiations over a contract extension for informed France playmaker Nabil Fekir, 28, according to Marca. Okay, Dutch amateur club HCO3 could be sanctioned after playing former Real Madrid and AC Milan striker Klaas-Jan Huntelaar just 4 months after the 38-year-old last professional game for Schalke. I don't understand. Why are they sanctioning them? I don't understand. Well, we'll find out that story later. Arsenal look set to continue their spending in the January transfer window with technical director Edu interested in 3 more deals as the rebuild continues at the Emirates. Okay, one player Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta remains interested in is Real Madrid Marco Asensio. Okay, the Gunners had a £24 million bid rejected in summer, but are keen to bring the 25-year-old Spain forward to North London. Yeah, you have a Spanish coach now. You're going to have a lot of Spanish players playing for Arsenal. Just the same way you had a French coach, and then there was plenty of French players playing for the Gunners. So it's the same thing. Crystal Palace are keeping tabs on Everton's Tom Davies. The 23-year-old midfielder is contracted until 2023, but is yet to start a match under Rafael Benitez this season. So now the question goes, with the way things are for Man City, would Pep Guardiola be considered a failure this season if he doesn't win the UEFA Champions League? On Facebook, the comments are flying everywhere. It's E. Patrick. He says Sheriff threatening Madrid with life sentence. Wow, I like that. I like the phrase, the way he puts it, man. Okay, he said it's E. Patrick because we are Liverpool. We trash anybody anywhere. Okay. It's E. Patrick. After spending 100 million on Grealish and spending almost £1 billion, if they don't win the UEFA Champions League, they crave for them. It's a failure for me. Menasa Makije Oyinji said, good morning, love. Okay? No, but that's what they need most. I hope they win it this time. They had a good chance to win it last season, but Pep Guardiola, I think, things and did his own selection. I don't know if the selection was because he had also played other games with defensive midfielders against Tuchel in that season, and they also lost. So I wouldn't really say that, but I thought that the selection on that day on the finals was somewhere out of it. So maybe that could be the reason. But that's just a conversation. Nabuchi Gabriel, he said Sheriff win didn't come as a shock to me. Wow, really? You are expecting Sheriff will not get sponsors for their shirt? Sheriff will only 2 players in Madrid. Their what's it called? Their money, their salary will buy the whole of Sheriff and even their fans to come to Madrid and beat Madrid. Madrid, I went to Inter Milan and beat Inter Milan in the first game of the season. No. I don't know, but well, I mean, we see things differently. Chooks Pascal, say good morning, bro. Nice being part of the show once again. Good morning to you. Victor Isuku says Sheriff arrested some people in their beautiful. Guys, you guys are not fair. You guys are just not fair. But that's the kind of line that can win you a Siemens jersey shop. It's a lot of disappointing results yesterday from Inter to Dortmund, not producing goals, Leipzig, and the worst Real Madrid. Chooks Pascal, he said Ascension is not the player Arsenal need, Biko. They already have Saka and ELEGBETETVRADIO on that wing. Okay, so now I don't agree saying Pepe and ELEGBETETVRADIO. You know when I started this talk about like the first game Pepe played for Arsenal, I can't remember the opposition, but his debut game. Once I saw him receive the ball, the way he turned, and I said, this guy can never be a footballer. He can never improve. There is Nothing in this guy. People came at me. Oh, Thierry Henry, it took him 12 games before what he do two things. Plaka, plaka, plaka. Ulugu, lugu, lugu. Nothing they don't talk about. Ayugo, yugo, yugo. Ba, ba, buluku. That's okay. Let's give him time. If we give him time, we shall see. We kept waiting. We kept giving time. We kept saying, okay, don't worry. It will come good. It will get better. Okay. Where we there now? It's still the same Ogbori, like Legbere, first class one. Oh, that be joking. It's not joking something. He not sabi, but Asensio, let's be honest. Asensio comes with goals. He could create. He could run. He could dribble. Let's not even put Pepe in the mix. Who's better between Pepe and Saka? God, Mister. SVG. Why are you asking this kind of question? Saka is like Messi where Pepe is. Now, Pepe is the worst player in football history, like in the whole world. Pepe is the worst player. Think of any player you've ever seen or classified as worst, like Francis Jeffers, Pascal Saigan, Miyachi, what's that other one? That resembles Cristiano Ronaldo that Arsene Wenger signed. What's his name now? Mario Shamak. Name them. Pepe is worse than all of them. Saka is a good player. And Saka gets sense. He knows when to dribble. He knows when to cross. He knows how to score goals. It's better. Saka is even better than to walk on. Come on. No. Pepe is in history of football, like both the ones that I watched from 1986 to now and the ones that I didn't watch, Pepe is the worst ever footballer. Like, I've not seen any player as worse as him. Let me tell you some of the things that are terrible about Pepe. So a footballer needs to have the basic. What's the basic? Know how to receive the ball, know how to retain it and return it. Those are the basics. And then crosses. If you're a wide man, your number one attribute should be crosses. Give Saka with 100 ball, it will make 110 bad crosses. Give him 10 corner kicks, it will make 20 bad crosses out of 10 corner kicks. That's how bad he is. Like, there's no precision to his play. Once in a while, we'll give you one flashing move, hit one curve ball that will go into the net, or play one free kick. But then that's like, I said, it's like I come on this show, and out of maybe 30 days in a month that I do a show, maybe I get like 5 exceptional shows, and then the other ones are shit. You can call me a good analyst or a good presenter. I'm rubbish. Okay? That's exactly what Pepe is. Saka is a good player. I can't even compare the two. The two of them are not on the same page at all. But then let's move forward. So we're talking about a young Betango. He said yesterday was a great shock to me. The way Madrid shocked everyone. I hope Ole will not do the worst today. Why is it? And that's where I'm going to. People keep saying that Ole should be fired. Now, I'm going to give you guys the chance. Who do you think should replace? Okay, let's accept now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good. Okay? Now, being the football director of Manchester United or the chairman of Manchester United, decide right now, recruit a new coach. Whether the coach is engaged with another club or the coach is available on the free, make an offer. I know that there's only one available coach. His name is Zinedine Zidane, but I think that coach is preparing to work with Paris Saint-Germain. So make a pitch. All you need to do is make a pitch. Write your message like you're making a pitch to the coach. So name the coach that you're bringing to Manchester United. You don't necessarily have to be Manchester United fan anyway. For those of you who don't want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to continue, this is the time to make a pitch to a new coach for Manchester United. Just maybe, the club might listen to you. Okay, for those who are trying to listen to the radio, we're having a little bit of technical issue online, so you can't listen to the radio online. So you get to stream with us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, so whoa. All right, alarms coming. Say switching to YouTube. Did you say it was problem? Alarms coming. They say original jersey fine for my body too. Really? I don't know. It's E Patrick. He say, boss, you are Arsenal fan, Seth. I just remember now. Hey, yeah, your father left here. You're not serious. You just know that Arsenal fan since Tipe will be friends. You just know it. Okay. One of the Peter, he said, unfortunately for Madrid, about 3 guys in my area insisted that Sheriff would win Madrid, and the result was definitely a shock. Oluwasegun can favor my boss. I greet you. Francis Jeff and a rat in the boss. No, they say it's a fox in the boss. But it's still better than Pepe. Pepe is useless. Like, very, very useless. When he joined Arsenal, we were told he's a fox in the box, but ended up being a rat in the box. Oh, you get mad. Oh, I remember back then in our ITV days. Oh, God. I can't forget that moment. Like, all of those people that I worked with. And I just spoke to Uncle Dejamoto even this morning before I got into the studio. This Pepe matter, paying you shot. No, Pepe is useless. So it's useless, like very, very useless. There's no way in this world anybody can. For 72 million pounds, eh? No one I paid money small. That guy is useless. God. And the funny thing is nobody can buy him. If somebody wants to buy him at the price of 5 million. 5 million. That's like very, very annoying. I want Ole to continue at Manscombe United. Whoa, some people are wicked, Sha. Some people are just wicked in destroying other people's work. You don't understand. Maybe this one you do so. But God is watching you. You think God is not watching you, God is watching you. For you to be calling Manchester United scum. That's wicked. What club do you support? Liverpool. Liverpool that went 30 years without winning anything is the one now that you are bragging because what's it called? Your club came and give you people hope. Wow. Man United, that is the king of football in England. It's not even what you're calling scum. Well, at first we fought, I make good climb better compare. So I won't say anything. It's Man United people that go and bring in apprentice coach to come and be their main coach. That's the reason why. Well, Trix Pascal said Ascension. His name is Asensio, bros. Ascension is not the player Arsenal need because they already have Saka and ELEGBETETVRADIO on that wing. Owaye Oyeride, he said, good morning, sir. Ole should be sacked ASAP. Conte or Zidane, we do. Excuse me, guys. We do a far better job. Desmond Ebo. Okay, I thought it's Desmond Idiot. Okay, I agree with you, Oyeride. Okay, good. Conte for Man United. Do you guys want to have Conte as your coach at Manchester United? Man United fans, talk to me. Would you want to have an Antonio Conte with his style of play at your club? Is that the kind of coach you want to have in your team? And don't forget that the class of 92 are still analyzing on Sky Sports, on BT Sports, on ITV, everywhere, BBC, match of the day. And they will come and tell you that Conte is not playing with the DNA of the club. You know that Manchester United needs to have DNA. And they're not playing with the DNA. That can just be a problem. Okay, Trix Pascal say, Ole should not be sacked so that we that have Ateta go get consolation. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, Baba Wale Olayemi, you know that thing that people do when NEPA take your light? Instead of you to go on your gem peacefully, you go to look through the window whether your neighbor light not off too. That's exactly what this person is doing now. You know that thing, but why do people do that thing? You be looking, I hope not allow our light off. We hope their light off too. Like, who does that? Only in Nigeria you see that kind of thing, Sha. Okay, Tabawale Olayemi say, good morning, sir. Enjoying the show as usual. What can you say about how the PSG team played yesterday, and why does it look like Messi was a spectator at some point in the game? Desmond Ebo Rudy Worry. He said, I prefer Zidane. So let me answer that. Messi have always been a spectator. Even in his 2012 best season, Messi have always been a spectator. And I guess that's the reason why his career has lasted. Messi does not push his energy or does not burn his energy when he does not need to. So he makes the runs, he studies his opposition. Messi is a predictor, right? He's in the lion, cat, tiger, he's in the cat family kind of human being. He doesn't think that he needs to run for 90 minutes to score a goal or to win a match. So what he needs to do is just angle himself and study the runs of his teammates as well as the runs of the opposition and the movement. So he knows where to attack them well. He's like a cheetah. Cheetah cannot run the distance that the camel will go. So it doesn't bother himself. When he calculates, he blends, he disguises, camouflage, and then eventually attack precision. Do that precision attack. That's what Messi does regularly. It's not something that he's doing with just Paris Saint-Germain. He's been doing that with Barcelona. You see Messi for like 30 minutes of the game, he's trekking, like he's talking to the fans or he's talking to the assistant referee. Like he's not part of, like he's a pitch invader. Like Messi will just be running around like a pitch invader. And then 1 minute, boom, when you least expect, because you're thinking it's still going to be like that. Boom, one burst of pace, and it's carrying you or it's causing you a whole lot of problem. Plus the fact that his free kick is also as deadly as his play. That's Messi for you. So I don't think it's because somebody also said that same thing to me, that Messi is just strolling around in Paris Saint-Germain. Like, don't you watch him in Barcelona before? Because that's the same Messi. Messi have not changed. Different jersey, but same old Messi. Okay, and look at the goal he scored yesterday. Credit must go to Mbappe. Mbappe was for me the man of the match. I don't know, but for me, apart from creating the first goal, he was full of running and everything. It's between Mbappe and Gigi Donnarumma. For me, if I want to pick my man of the match, Mbappe or Gigi Donnarumma. Mbappe's run caused a lot of problem for the opposition, for Man City. But Gigi Donnarumma was the reason Man City didn't score. There are games where you lose, you say, okay, you didn't play well. You didn't get a good rub of the green. You didn't, your passes were not accurate. Your high press was bad, blah, blah, blah. But last night, Man City did everything that they normally do in every other game, and they scored loads and loads and loads of goals. But yesterday, Gigi Donnarumma was saving with his eye, his head, his arm, his legs, his body. Every part of his body was saving. It was like that Indian girl that have 6 arms. There's no way. Excuse me. There's no way you could get past it. And that was fantastic. Okay? That was one game where he earned all the money that been paid to him. Okay, so, and it also happened to be the day where Messi chose to score his first goal for Paris Saint-Germain. Very good one to score against his former coach. Farami 14 said, "You are spot on with this Messi description. It is like a cat waiting to pounce." Yeah, that's how I see it. Choose says, "Good morning, Elegbete. Tuned in as always. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's go to YouTube." And Baba Wale Olayemi says, "Thanks for the analysis. Now I have a better perspective. I just think PSG needs to do more, maybe from the coach, though. I don't think there's anything bad. I mean, let's be honest, yeah. PSG had a good game yesterday. Goalkeeper was fantastic. The defense was not really 100%, but you could see that they were giving their all for the game. They wanted to win that game. It wasn't a game where they were playing and say, we draw our first game, we can't draw this one, we can't lose. So they came all prepared. Man City also gave their all in the game. It's not like, oh, Man City didn't show up for the game. They showed up. Kevin De Bruyne was everywhere. Everybody, Mahrez came in. That was wonderful. But it's just Gigi Donnarumma's day. Gigi Donnarumma said, no cigar, no dice today. This dice is not rolling. No matter what you do, it ain't going anywhere. There's nothing you can do. And that's exactly what happened. Chus says, for PSG, Gigi Donnarumma was immense all night. If not for anything, for keeping PSG in the game before the assurance go. Okay, should Navas be worried? No, Navas knows that he's worried since now. Somebody say, should Navas be worried? Navas knows that he's worried if Aaron Ramsey can come and take, what's it called, Bernard Leno's jersey. Gigi Donnarumma, the best player of the Euros. Italy's #1. Who is Navas? Oh, Keylor Navas. What country is he keeping for again? Oh, no, that's shift. Let him shift, I beg. He's had his best days ahead of him, behind him already. Desmond Ebo, he said PSG number 10, they spoil their ball. Okay, you're talking about Neymar. Well, people always say that thing about Neymar. The thing is, Neymar will always be Neymar. Okay, Neymar will always be Neymar, and I don't think that this is the time for me to come here and say, oh, Neymar is doing this. Hey, Banky and Sant, good to have you on my Instagram. I don't think this is time for me to come here and tell you, oh, Neymar is spoiling the game or he's not spoiling the game. I don't think so. This is Neymar. Neymar is doing what Neymar knows how to do. He could have 1 or 2 bad games, but overall in the course of the season, is a key component of that team, key element of that team. You can't drop him. So you can get angry with him on 1 or 2 occasions, but Neymar is still a very key part of that team. He's a star player of that team, and you can't just knock him off the team. That's just the truth. Paul Hype TV, he said PSG and Man City played their hearts out last night. PSG only emerge as the lucky team of the night. Okay, lucky. I don't think lucky is what I want to use to describe them. I think that they earned their keep. They earned their keep in that game, and that's just the way I would say it. They earned their keep because it is their hard work. They scored the chances that they had. They also created enough, and then beyond that, they defended with their lives. Their goalkeeper came to the party, so I wouldn't call it luck because it wasn't as if Man City scored goals that VAR disallowed or they were hitting the post. It was just, another day of football where football decided to favor those people who wanted it the most. Not like Man City didn't give their best. Man City did give their best, but you know how it is. It is what it is. Sometimes these things happen. Let's go to Desmond. No, okay. I got that. Olakule Ojo, you said, good morning, boss. PSG versus City game was a good game to watch. Yes, it was a good game. Liverpool, when the season started, I said that Liverpool was not going to win the league, and I don't even know if they're going to win a major trophy this season. It's looking like Liverpool is like hell-bent on proving me wrong, hell-bent on making me eat my words. But I'm not going to judge them on yesterday's game. Yes, they scored 5 goals. But if you look at that game, it was more of FC Porto not in the race, making so many mistakes and gifting Liverpool goals rather than Liverpool really scoring. Okay, there was a player that I thought deserved to get 2 or 3 goals for Liverpool yesterday, but unfortunately that just didn't happen. Diego Jota, shot upon shot, chances. Like, he created the best chances in that game. He found himself in the best places in that game, but unfortunately, one way or the other, things just didn't go in for him. I thought that it was a player that deserved more goal, but Mo Salah is like the son of God right now. Okay, it doesn't have to do anything. It just the ball will just come to him, and that's exactly what happened for him. And I mean, I'm happy for him. It also makes the conversation of Osimhen winning the African Footballer of the Year now very, very difficult. Chum says, I have had a soft spot for Inter for a few years now, and I'm happy at how they've continued post Lukaku, Hakimi, and Conte. Why do they become Inter Miami in the UCL? Okay, so I don't know how to describe. They're really a fantastic side in the Serie A. But something's just happened in the Champions League. And even with the era of Conte, they were still like that. They just seem to be jaded. They just seem to be like off color, off their paces, off their words. And you're wondering why that happens. Inter Milan is a good team. Currently, they still have a very good squad that you could bank on, you could count on and say, okay, these guys are doing well. But unfortunately, there's just something about them when they go to Europe and you expect them to win. Against Madrid last week, now if you look at how Sheriff played in Spain, you have told yourself that, look, Inter Milan should have won last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry. But they were just not there. They just have something that makes them feel like out of it. Somewhere they were playing like Tottenham Hotspur, okay? They almost, but not getting there. I hope that will change about them. But that description of Inter Miami, Inter Milan, it's a bit wicked, yeah, but they brought it upon themselves, so nobody can argue for them. Okay, Victor Isuku say, boss, why Ramos never they play? Is he injured? Morning, Bros D. Yes, he's injured, and I think he underwent operation, so he's recuperating. It's taking some time to get back. He would play when the time is ready. Victor Isuku say, Desmond, you want start to the shake table, Abi? PSG has not lost a game, but you can't say so with United. Okay, what did Desmond say? Desmond Ebo, he say, okay, I understand. Chooks Pascal, Olakule Ojo say, Madrid thought they could get away easy, forgetting there's a new sheriff. Oh, Jesus Christ. As in, Madrid is the club that creates meme right now. All the sheriff meme is about Real Madrid, okay? All the sheriff meme. They say, have you seen the robbers that the sheriff arrested? They are from Madrid. Oh. Somebody sent that to me this morning. Send that to me this morning, and it was just funny. Chooks Pascal said, one of the highlights of that game, PSG game, was Messi lying behind the wall during a City free kick, something I have never seen him do in his entire career. The thing about Messi is Just when you think you know Messi completely, he comes up with one surprise or the other that shocks you completely. Okay, Chuk says, with Sheriff racing to the top of their group after 2 games, do you think they should be taken seriously? And do you think Inter or Real will drop to the Europa League? It's looking like Real Madrid will drop. It's possible that Real Madrid could drop, but let's wait. I've seen Real Madrid end the first round of the group stage with 1 point and still go on to win the Champions League. So this is Real Madrid we're talking about. Yes, they're not going to win it this season. They don't have what it takes to win it this season. But dropping to the Europa is somewhat too early because they have 3 points already. And what you need minimum 10 points. You need maximum 12 points. So one way or the other, they still have the possibility of 2 wins and a draw. They could still go back to Sheriff's Ground and beat Sheriff. And then Inter Milan will come to Spain. They can still beat Inter Milan because Inter Milan, they are the world bottling company. So they can bottle anytime. And then just that one. So I don't think that I will sit here and just say rank Inter Milan and Madrid off first. Let's see them play up to 4 games and then we'll start talking about who will go to Europa or who will not. Okay. Organja 13, they say, Pep winning UEFA Champions League with City. The obsession to win and pressure that comes with it is getting higher. The major, he might not be able to do so because of the obsession. Causing, I don't understand. Case in point, lost Mario with Chelsea. Okay, case in point, that's what he wanted to say. He said he never won any European trophy with Chelsea. I think Pep is towing that way. The problem with that is if Pep does not win the Champions League with Man City, he might not get another club again to win it with. Maybe there's going to be Paris Saint-Germain for him when he leaves Man City. I don't know, but there's a possibility that might not happen. Chidio Kyogana, say, nice job you're doing. Thank you very much. Lying behind 600 Orthodox, to say lying behind the wall is normal thing every player can do just to protect their home. Yeah, but every player is not Messi. That's the thing that person was saying. We've not seen Messi go to even stand in the wall, not talk about lying behind the wall. That was Messi proving that, look, he might be a star player like the poster boy of Barcelona. You won't see him lying behind the wall in the Barcelona match. But you see, he came here and he's showing that, look, I can shed my skin and I would walk my way to the top, earn the respect and the love of the fans, and show commitment and dedication, do things that I've not done before, just to make sure that, look, I earn my spot on this team, not because my name is Messi. And I think that's a very, very good example of great leadership that is shown, and I respect him for that. It's a lie behind the wall is normal. It's a normal thing every player can do just to protect their home and lead. So nothing special about it. It's an act of defending your own. Good morning, President of Sports Analysis. Thank you very much. But I just think that it's because it's Messi that did it. That's why everybody's talking. Okay. My guys are complaining seriously. Everybody's crying because the stream is not working. But you gotta, that's why there's a whole lot of other parts of the opportunities for you to watch the show. Okay, so YouTube is boiling up. Pascal said one of the highlights. Okay, I've seen that one before. AK4 Madabuchuku said, "Good morning, boss. What a relieved Messi." Okay, that's true. After scoring that goals, it's very easy. And I like the fact that the president of the club went to the dressing room and gave him a hug. I don't know if the other players would be, because on the background I saw Mbappe pressing this. For other players to feel like, why not us? But I don't know anyway. But that felt good, seeing the president go to hug him and tell him, "Don't worry, this is the first of many more goals that will come." That's not what he said, but I just felt like that's what he was saying. Okay, boss, what do you talk about Man City, correct? They always have ball with possession, but they can't find the back of the net. Yeah. So let's go to see what people are saying on Facebook as we count down. Okay. I want Ole to continue at Manscombe. It's Patrick. He said, Liverpool is the king of England. I too love this show, Jari. Now, Pepe, they call your name will make you the sneeze. So that's not true. Get out of here. That's not true. Okay, I have a little bit of cold, so that's why. Boss, comment about Zaidu's performance last night. The entire FC Porto was shambolic. So it's not just, and that's because the midfield was also, I think they respected Liverpool too much. They were in awe of Liverpool. They looked at Liverpool like, wow, these guys are gods, you know. Sometimes that happens. I've been in the football field and I won't lie. I played matches where I am in awe of the opposition. And I've also played matches where the opposition is in awe of us. You know, when you're in a run, when you're in a good form, and you're going to play some matches from the dressing room, the tunnel coming, you already know if the opposition is afraid of you or not. So that was just it. FC Porto played with fear. It's not like they couldn't have matched Liverpool, but Liverpool was just, you know, Liverpool's game is like a bully. Liverpool play like a bully. They really get at you with all they've got. Liverpool is not a team that after scoring maybe 2 goals, they will now chill and say, we'll not score 2, more relax, so that let's just be knocking the ball around the way some other clubs will do. That's not Liverpool for you. Liverpool will kill you. I said they will bury you. That's Liverpool. They would wound you. They would do to you what they do to Obote people. Okay. So for those of you who are saying, "Oh, we can't get the radio," I think the radio is back. The radio is back already, so you can still get it online if you want. The radio is back. Our Atlanta guys have fixed whatever it is the problem was. Okay, so 600 Orthodox, they say Messi is short in height and it can't be part of the wall. So the thing he can do is supporting the blocking is to lie on the floor and protect any grand ball from the free kick. See, if I'm playing football in this era, I will never do that thing that players do. Because let me tell you why. The players can jump and one person will go and stand on your rib with their boots or mash your face. So I'm always like, maybe I'm paranoid. I'm always thinking this can happen, that can happen. You know, that's the kind of guy that I am. So I'm always very, very careful, you know, how I go about these things. And I say to myself, nah, I'm not going to do that. Asekome Victor, he said, good morning, Chief. I see Chelsea winning the UEFA Champions League again. I don't think so. Chelsea is a good team. They're solid. They have a good coach who puts the team together very well and does everything it needs to do very well. But I can sit here and tell you, I don't think this Chelsea team can win the Champions League again. First off, you can't win the Champions League with Lukaku being your lead striker. Let's call it spade a spade. Lukaku does not show up in big games. Teams that win Champions League needs to have players who show up in big games. Lukaku does not show up in big games. And that's where they will lose it. Because when Lukaku is playing, it reduces the performance of the other teams as well. So that one is one area where I think Chelsea will suffer this season. Look at all the big games that Chelsea have played this season. Lukaku have not showed up. Against Liverpool, he didn't show up. Against Man City, he didn't show up. Against small teams, he will bully them. Right? But that quality to turn up in the big games and make the opposition's defense suffer, Lukaku doesn't have it. I'm sorry. You guys may not agree with me, but observe for yourself. So I don't think I can put Chelsea in a position to win the Champions League. Quarterfinals, yes, they might get to the quarterfinals and get knocked out. They're not going to go to Europa. Definitely, they'll get through the group stage. But to win it, nah. Rather, you should be looking at people like Bayern Munich, looking at maybe one surprise team out of nowhere, out of the blue. This season looked like the season where one team will just surprise everybody and go all the way and win it, but definitely not Chelsea. I got to say, boss, please, for candid opinion on Saul in Chelsea, why is he struggling despite how good he is at Atletico Madrid? I think I answered this question last week, and I'm going to try my best to answer it again. The truth is, when you play for a team like Atletico Madrid, the problem with a team like Atletico Madrid is they create a system that everybody is part of the machine equally. The Atletico Madrid machine is everybody is part of the stream equally. So there's no one person that is outperforming the other. It's a team that the entire engine needs to work seamlessly. So when you take that kind of a player, because of what you've seen him do in Atletico, look at all the players that have done well at Atletico Madrid. under Simeone, okay? In this later part, not the beginning, because somebody will point to Aguero now. You notice that once they leave Atletico Madrid, whether it's Morata, whether it's Carrasco, any one of them leave Atletico Madrid, they don't do well. Atletico Madrid is like Ajax. So as a team, those Ajax players will play you to the death. But when you pick them out and go put them in somewhere else, they struggle to fit in. That's what's happening with Saul. Saul is a good player, no doubt about it. He's a worker, he's a jinger. But sometimes certain kind of players don't work well in certain system. And that's what's happening because he's coming in and everybody expects him to perform magic, to do what they've seen him do at Atletico. But they are forgetting that the Atletico system is actually what is bringing out the best out of him. And you not take him out of that system and you put him in a system that does not resemble the Atletico system. So he's struggling. A fish can swim very well, but if you not take the fish to the desert and say you should run in the desert like the camel, then you're going to have a problem. It doesn't mean that the fish does not have the capacity to endure and survive, but it's just that the fish is not configured to the desert system. And then the camel that can go across the hot desert and come back, drink a little bit of water, that same camel cannot survive the sea. If you put the camel in the sea, which feel cooler and not hot, the camel will die. That's the only way I can describe Saul. He's a good player, no doubt, no argument about that. But hey, good players also struggle in some system. Liverpool had Fernando Torres, he was the king. Fernando Torres went to Chelsea, yes, he won the Champions League there, but you know, it was a 50 million pounds waste. So this is happening. Okay, I've said that before. Teams from the UCL still going to drop into the UEFA Europa League. Thought UEFA stopped that after last season. Yeah, they're not dropping. Sorry, they're not. So we're not even going to have that conversation in the first place. So you look at the teams that we have right now. You just tell yourself, oh, you either go and win it or you're not winning it. But I don't see Real Madrid, Chelsea. I don't see those two people as teams that will win it. But anything can happen. They can surprise me. They can shock me. They can knock me off my pants and, defy the odds and do something that nobody thought possible. This is football. Anything is possible. But I don't think that they have it. For Real Madrid, I don't think they have the squad. Okay? I don't think they have the squad. For Chelsea, I don't think they have the striker that can make it happen. Yes, their midfield is good. Their defense is still solid enough to go all the way. But it is the goals you score that determine whether you win matches or you don't win matches. And with Lukaku, I'm sorry. And this is not me. People say you're beefing. This is not me beefing Lukaku. This is me just saying things the way I see it. I don't think that Lukaku has got what it takes to help a team go win a trophy as big as the Champions League. He doesn't have it. Even with the national team, you can see once the going gets tough, Lukaku always crumble like a pack of cards. It's not those strikers like DJ Drogba who would single-handedly turn a game on his head. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, these ones are even bigger players. Players who on their bad day can still win games for you. On their average day can still win games for you. Lukaku can only win games for you on his great day. And that's never going to happen in football. You can't have a great day all the time. There's going to be days where it doesn't just work for you. But you could still show maybe 1 minute, one brilliant moment of good performance, and you're sure. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. This one is on the WhatsApp group, and so WhatsApp page, sorry. What's his name now? Okay, Ashir Ibrahim, he said, good morning, sir. Great show. I think again, Donnarumma kept his side in the game with incredible saves, and I wish Liverpool can wrap up the qualification from the group as soon as possible. Let them focus on the league. Well, Liverpool is not going to win the Premier League. I don't think Liverpool will win the Premier League. Chelsea play Juventus today. Where do you see the key battles taking place? Don't say why that was the key battle. It's gonna be easy for Chelsea if they play to their strength, and that is hitting Juventus on the counter. But then UEFA Champions League is kind of like crazy. You see a game going one way and then it goes the other way. Typical example is the upset that the Sheriff did to Real Madrid. I'm not sure too many people saw them win. Yes, some people said they were going to win, but not too many people saw them winning. But that happened. I think Chelsea should win that one easy, because Juventus are all over the places. They are not where they should be. They are not really doing their best in terms of performing very well. and all that. But those are the kind of things you should also be very wary of, because when you think that, oh, it's easy, it just goes from easy to worse. Pardon me if this is veering off course, but I'm an Arsenal fan and I want to know your take on Tomiyasu. What's your assessment of him as a player and his potential long term in England? Right? When he was signed, let me put my hands up. I've seen him play in Italy before, because we have a similar in Italy, so I take time. I watch matches online now. I have so I don't do DSTV, so I watch like almost every game, and I've seen Tomiyasu play and play very well. So when he came in, and the Arsenal fan TV, those guys are trying to become the pressure group of Arsenal, were saying that I wasn't good enough. I think I was one of the few voices who was saying that for the system that Arteta is setting up, Tomiyasu is the kind of player that they need, because he can go forward, but primarily his defending is solid. He is what everybody wants Wan-Bissaka to be. So he can defend very well. That's not to say people don't get past him. He can defend very well. He can play in a three-man backline, three-man defense. He can also play as a wide defender, and then he can also do the man marking very well. So he's good with zona, he's good with man marking. That's his defensive capability. I rate him on the scale of 1 to 10. I rate him 8.5 on defending. Then going forward, okay, so he knows how to go forward. The thing about football is you want a player that has positional discipline, that knows when to go and when to come back, and knows when to run through when he loses the ball. He's very good at that. So when he played the first game, and then he wasn't really ready because he came in 2 days later, he played that first game, but he had a good game. Against Spurs, he was my man of the match. It was everywhere, because the Spurs game plan is tied around Son. So Son does the running, breakthrough, score goals, and also create goals. But he made sure it was an international battle of Secret Service from Japan shutting down secret agent from Korea. And he did it very well. The only time he was not marking Son managed to score a goal. So assessing him, because I've seen him play long, and the fact that he's adapted to England very, very well, again, gives me a whole lot of joy. All the signings that the Edu and Arteta have made this time around, they've all come good, okay? So I'm going to say that Tomiyasu is a player that, if he doesn't get injured, because for eternity now, Arsenal has been a team that when you play for Arsenal, injury is part of what you would carry. Instead of carrying trophy, you carry injuries. If he doesn't get injured on a regular basis and he stays on the street, he's one of those players that maybe might be the first player Arsenal will sell over 50 million. Because another thing might just happen that will make Arsenal not be able to keep him, and he will need to go to clubs like Real Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern Munich. That's the kind of quality he's got right now. But he needs to put consistency. There's not too much games for us to start raising our hands up. I mean, we played Norwich, played the Burnley, played against Tottenham Hotspur. Let's say against teams like Manchester City, teams against Chelsea, games against Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool, that are rapidly difficult. Liverpool are like demons. They are like legions. When Liverpool play you, after 90 minutes, it feels like you play for 1 week. Okay? So when we see him against those teams, then we cannot sit back and say, okay, yeah, this guy is the player there. But so far, judging him by what we've seen of him so far, he's done very, very well. Yes, he said, do you see Chelsea emerging from their defeat with a win tonight? Yes, I think Chelsea will win tonight. I think like 100%, I'm very, very, I'm banking on Chelsea to win tonight. If they don't win, it's an upset. Now, that's not to say that Juventus is not a big team. That's not what I mean. But I think that if Chelsea don't win, I'd rather see that as an upset rather than, oh, Juventus have emerged as a big side. So let's look at the games that will go down today, as the clock is winding off on us already, so that they don't say I didn't give my predictions on this game. Atalanta would host Young Boys. Young Boys were Man United conquerors last time, but I think Atlanta will win. But in this game, Atlanta is the king of over 2.5. So if you're betting, this is the one where you do over 2.5 and you're confident that it's going to happen, because Atlanta scores, but they also concede a lot. Okay, so they can go forward. They are an attacking side. They play like Napoli, just that they don't defend like Napoli. So I think it's an over 2.5 game, but I'll give it to Atlanta to win. Zenit St. Petersburg playing against Momo, same of the same. This is the kind of game that's very difficult to predict. But because Zenit is playing at home, I want to give it to them to win this one. Bayern will play against Dynamo Kiev over 2.5. Bayern to win. It's going to be crazy, but I don't expect a Sheriff-like upset here. Bayern will win, I hope. Benfica playing against Barcelona. Barcelona lost their first game at home, 3-0 against Bayern. What's going to happen in this game? I don't know. But I think that both teams will score is the surest bet that I can do. Juventus playing at home against Chelsea. If Chelsea don't win this game, I don't know, but I think Chelsea would win. But then Juventus might just surprise all of us and do something that is not in the book. Manchester United playing against the Europa Finals conqueror, Villarreal. This game is going to be a bit close. I can't predict this one, but I think that both teams will score. Salzburg playing against Lille. I'm going to go with Lille to win. Wolfsburg playing against Sevilla. Both teams will score, and I think that Wolfsburg would win in that game. That's all there is about the UEFA Champions League. I hope I've been able to touch base with everything that you guys want me to touch base with. This is the time for me to pack my bags and baggages and leave the studio. Peter Wanode is still running in the wings, ready with Dempsey Sports. And then after that, we would have, if you're listening online, because now I'm going, if you're listening on www.elegbettetv.com/radio, which is running very well right now, you would get Peter Wanode on the Dempsey Sports, as well as Idowu Adeleke coming up from 10 with grassroots sports updates. We pride ourselves as a media that is always going to give you update from the grassroots. We can't just sit and do all international without giving you some update from grassroots. And Idowu Adeleke, who is our field agent, is doing a great job. Thank you to him. And thanks to everybody who's listened, watched, drop comments, make the show a community show that you and I are able to, run on the show on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you guys. On Friday, that jersey will be given to someone. I just pick a random person and give the jersey. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person, it's just a random one. So on Friday, come ready. It's going to be all on YouTube, okay? I might not do Instagram on Friday. I might not do Facebook. I just put everything on YouTube, and then we'll see how it goes with them. Sorry if you can't get on the YouTube channel. I think that's where we want everybody to be on. Subscribe to it. I like what I see of Arsenal Fan TV, and I think that we could also recreate something like that in Nigeria. Our numbers are growing. I mean, from where we used to be in January to where we are right now. In January, we were like 168. Today, we are 4,868. That's growth. But we could go to 10,000. We could go to 100,000, and the numbers could keep going and going and going, and then we'll change a whole lot of styling, okay? Where we are right now, but we could do better. We could improve if once the numbers improve. So we're counting on you guys. Please do it to subscribe to Elegbete TV Sports on YouTube. Click on the notification button so that whenever we put in our content, you'll be there to see it first, and then you watch and then drop your comment. Also share with your friends and your loved ones. God bless you. Have a wonderful day yourself. My name is Idafe Matthew Esogene. You love to come in and on sports. It's been lovely hanging out with you. Let's do this again tomorrow. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. Sorry, Jamil. Sorry.